Good morning. Welcome to day 5 of the Gratitude Challenge. Today, we are looking at finding the silver lining. And I know that some of you will want to punch me in the head when I say that, every situation has a silver lining, because sometimes we can't see it. Sometimes we're so stuck and drowning in the crap that is going on in our life that we just can't see outside of it. And this activity is really about getting you to step outside of that box, step outside of that situation, and start to see what else is possible, what else is out there, what am I not seeing here from this stuck position that I've got in this problem or in this situation. So what I'd like you to do today is to think about a problem or a difficult situation that you've currently got going on in your life and ask this question. So what's right about this situation that I'm just not getting? So, for instance, if you've got a scenario where boss keeps dumping work on your desk and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not getting everything done that you need to get done, you're feeling stressed out, you just don't even want to go to work anymore because there's just so much piling up, and you don't feel like you're doing a good job because you're running around trying to do so many different things and you can't possibly get it all done, and you're drowning. If you to step outside of that and go, what's right about this situation that I'm just not seeing? You might start to see things like, my boss really values my work and that's why he keeps giving me so much. Or maybe it's something like, the universe is trying to tell me that I really need to start looking for that job that I'm passionate about. Or maybe this is the sign that it's actually time to take that step and retire, or change my whole career path, or look for another job. What is it that you're not seeing in this situation that could actually be what's right about it? So step out of that situation and ask that question. Recently, my daughter had organised for me to pick her up at 12 o'clock. She was going to a sleepover the night before, and we'd agreed on a 12 o'clock pickup. And then I'd scheduled a couple of things in the morning, knowing that I would be picking her up and we would be heading off to a party that we were going to. And she messaged me at like 10 and asked if I could come and pick her up. And I was cranky because I was busy doing the things that I'd arranged to do in with her schedule to be picked up at 12. And I just replied to go, yep, I just need to finish here what I'm doing and I'll pick you up at 10:30. And when I went to pick her up, I was in a foul mood, and she hopped in the car and I said, we agreed that I'd pick you up at 12. I said, and I'd scheduled things in this morning because I knew I was picking you up at 12. And I said, and I've now had to cancel what I was doing at 10:30, and I'm going to have to find another time in the day to get that done because you wanted to be picked up. And she simply looked at me and said, well, you could have said no. And in that moment, it was like, yep, I actually could have. So instead of me being in this space of cranky and anger and blaming her for changing the plans, looking at that differently and going, well, hang on, what's right about this situation that I'm not seeing? I was able to look at that and go, no, actually, she's right. I could have simply just said no. I could have made the choice to put me first. I could have made the choice to go, you know what? No, what I'm doing is more important. She needs to wait the extra hour and a half that we'd agreed on, and simply said no. So what I took away from that situation was more awareness around thinking before responding. So when one of my kids asks for something, instead of just saying yes because it's my kid and I always put them first, to stop for a moment and think about it and go, hang on, does this actually suit me? Is there an alternative here? How is this going to work so that it can be a win-win for everybody? And if we don't sort of step out of those situations and take a different look and have a look at what is right about the situation that we're just not seeing, then we can really stay stuck in that and stay in that overwhelm, stay in that cranky, because we just can't see any other way out of it. So yeah, come up with, one situation or a couple of situations and ask that question, and you might need to sit with it. You might sort of start to ask the question and nothing's popping into your head. That's okay. Go about your day, and something will pop in, or someone will say something, or you'll see something or read something, and it'll just be this, there it is. Okay, I can see it now. So simply asking the question, putting it out there, is going to start to shift that energy for you and allow the universe to provide you with some different answers. So pop what you've come up with, or any questions, any challenges, let me know in the Facebook community, and we will talk tomorrow for day 6. See you then.